Hi, I'm Jem, the political whiz's apprentice. Uncle Wiz has left me in charge of the crystal ball today, and I found this doozy of a video to critique. This is Owen Jones, a sort of friend of the channel, and today we find out that Owen doesn't know the difference between an academic opinion and an international court of justice ruling. Silly Owen.
Is Owen Jones gun disputes? Professor Dr. Really? Owen
if you want to go there, do you really want to go there?
Owen is appearing on the Piers Morgan show up against Josh Hamel, who is a very vocal advocate for Israel. At this point, they are throwing academic opinions at each other.
Do you really want to go there? Numbers?
You just made you've made a point there about deferring to authority. We'll defer to authority, all right, but we'll defer to authority. Who to listen to? A blowhard like yourself who's looking to get, I looked, about 300 views on your YouTube channel per video, or Professor Omar Bartov, the Israeli-American Dean's Professor of Holocaust Study at Brown University. He said, I'm a genocide scholar, I'm a scholar of the Holocaust, I know a genocide. Well,
okay, so what about Amos Goldberg? One very left-wing Israeli natural professor.
I will finish, and then you can respond.
I guess.
Amos Goldberg, Professor of Holocaust History at the Department of Jewish Study and Contemporary Jewry at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Daniel Blattman, again, head of the Institute for Contemporary Jewry at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Raz Sigal, Associate Professor of Holocaust and Genocide Studies. All of these are Israeli. All of these born in Israel, and all of these dedicate their whole lives to studying genocide and the Holocaust.
They're wrong.
Who to
believe?
Scholars who dedicate their lives to studying genocide.
And by the way,
while Josh's approach is to just turn up the brashness and try to bully on through, there is actually a valid counter-argument to Owen's claims. The questions you need to ask when presented with an academic's claiming absolute conviction that Israel has caused genocide are: 1. What data are those scholars relying on to come to their conclusions? Because there is lopsided media and other coverage that almost totally excludes the activity of Hamas and Islamic Jihad, a lot of which has contributed to the death and devastation in Gaza, like preventing civilians from evacuating to Israel's designated safe zones, catching civilians in inter-faction crossfire, and stealing aid. If they have based their assessment on the emotionally charged reports presented by the UN's Commission of Inquiry, they need to be aware that key members of that commission have exhibited anti-Israel sentiment in the past, and the reports apparently deliberately exclude the urban warfare aspect and the activities of Hamas. 2. Have they a vested interest, like a book to sell? This is bonanza time for genocide scholars. Suddenly their obscure speciality might net them some readies, so a lot of them are peddling opinions. 3. How do they get around the requirement for dolus specialis, this being proof of specific intent to commit genocide? The two clearly biased UN Commission reports did this by just totally ignoring Hamas and other terrorist factors at work in Gaza and acting as if Israel had just unilaterally declared war on Gaza citizens, instead of engaging in a conflict against ruthless guerrillas embedded in bomb-proof tunnels and perfectly comfortable with the idea of sacrificing their own people to ramp up the genocide score against Israel. Are the experts doing the same thing? Because, if they are, their opinions are worth very little.